Hey, what's up peoples? Hardleg Joe here with the profile for my Crystron Toolbox 2021 edition. The latest version of my personal favorite archetype, a math-filled extravaganza of delicious rock candy that synchro summons a toolbox of treats during the opponent's turn. Going over our deck list, we've got 3 lemon-flavored rock dogs, 3 lone wanderers, 2 cherry-flavored birds, 3 grape dragons, 3 Benoit Mandelbrot, what I can only assume is some kind of root beer-flavored rock tiger, some garbage cans, a tricycle, Galarian's Rion, 3 sour apple turtles, and 3 sweet honey drops. For spells, we've got a gravestone, a tornado, 2 magnets, 3 goblin carts, and our only trap is 3 copies of the good Crystron trap. Our extra deck contains 1 Holiday Howl, 2 of his good friend Quan, a literal stepping stone, negate bird, the Wabaku Gundam, a car, a dragon, an exploding dragon, whale force, a demon, crystal meth John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Ultra Instinct John Cena. The side deck I'll go over in a bit. As for how to actually play Crystrons, I've made a deck profile on these every year now for 3 years, and they haven't really changed much. So I'm going to try to speedrun this. Ready? Okay. The tuners synchro during your opponent's turn, but they can only make machines. Citri summons a monster from the graveyard for material, both are banished. Rion summons a banished monster, both get shuffled into the deck. You use Citri to summon Quandax because it's a machine and also a tuner, and also it can synchro summon anything with the monsters on your field during the opponent's turn. Use this to make Trish while your opponent is trying to combo off, or Black Rose, or Trish but bigger. The other Crystrons each have 2 effects. You can't use both the same turn. One effect is the same for all of them. Destroy a card you control, summon a tuner from the deck, but you're locked into machine synchros this turn. Their other effect is to banish themselves from the graveyard to do something. Turtle summons a Crystron from the hand, Tiger searches a spell trap, Wyvern searches a monster, and Chicken makes a token. Sulfefnir is the weird one. Discard a Crystron to summon it from the hand or graveyard. When it's summoned, you must destroy something you control. If Sulfefnir is destroyed, he summons a Crystron from the deck. That means every turn you can put a free Crystron on the field. You'll need a tuner so you can summon Quandax, and you'll need a non-tuner for it to synchro with, so use this to get one of those on board and then normal summon the other one. All your plays rely on this thing, so it's very important to get it as soon as possible, which is why we use Math. Math sends your Grape Candy to the graveyard, and Grape can banish itself to search Sulfy Boy. Scrap Recycler does the same thing, except it can also send Sulfy directly. You may have noticed that both of these are level 3, as are many of our Crystrons. That's why we play the Wheel. The Wheel is a tuner so it can be used for synchros, but more importantly, to make Halkafibrax. Hal is a Crystron, who knew? It summons a tuner from the deck, which actually helps us out a lot. It can also banish itself during the opponent's turn to summon a synchro tuner from the extra deck, which also helps us out a lot, because it means we can get Quandax without using any of our resources. It can also summon non-machines like shooting Riser Dragon. This thing can lower its level by sending a monster from the deck to the graveyard and synchro during the opponent's turn, which means it does everything we want to do in one nice little package. Making Hal first turn is so important, we also play Quick Draw McGraw. It's also a tuner, but we can't synchro with it, so it's just there for Hal. It can special summon itself by discarding a monster, which is something you want to do first turn anyway. The only Crystron spell trap worth playing is Impact. It summons a banished Crystron. This can get you more material on board for Quandax, or summon Hal back directly, which is why we only play 1. You can just recycle it over and over and over again. Magnet Reversed is essentially the same thing, letting you resummon both Hal or Quandax to use their effects again. Supply Squad is draw power. We pop a card every turn, so it's just free advantage. As for the extra deck, it's mostly removal, and we try to cover a wide range of options. Both versions of Trish are non-targeting banishment, as is Berserker, but it's not as good. Quariongandrax is targeting banishment, but it hits the field and the graveyard. Dragster negates spell traps. Crystal Wing negates monsters. So does Horus, but only once. Whale Force destroys all attack position monsters. Black Rose destroys all. Inzektron and Amortrix are essentially just stepping stones. You use them as material for your bigger synchros, but they can also stall for a turn in a pinch. These are far from the only things you can make in Crystrons. In fact, the side deck is full of other options I almost used but didn't. I won't go over all of them, but Phoenix and Dragite are particularly good if you're going up against trap-heavy decks. Dragite negates spell traps, and Phoenix banishes all the spell traps from the field or graveyard. You could also just run 2 more Twin Twisters if you like, since we want to discard things anyway. Ash, Blossom, and Evenly Matched are here for going second because this deck really sucks at it and needs all the help it can get. The Avarice is for grind games, since you can sometimes run out of extra deck tools if your opponent is good at recycling. And time! That's the deck. Not sure how well I did or if you enjoyed this format, but let me know down in the comments if you like these quick deck profiles better than my usual fare. I could try to speed them up in the future. For now though, remember to like the video if you liked it, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe for more strange Yu-Gi-Oh content in general. Until next time, good luck and have fun.